It's time for Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook. You can get out to the casino in Omaha tomorrow from 6 to 10 p.m. They'll be giving away $500 of free slot play every half hour. And at 10:30, some lucky winner is going to get $10,000 in cold hard cash. They're doing that every Saturday in October. So make sure you get out to Warhorse Casino.
Rocktober.
More like Cash-tober. I don't know. I don't have a good
Cash-tober. Dinero-tober. No. Skrilla.
Scratch-tober. I like Scratch-tober.
Scratch-tober.
Scratch-tober is not bad.
All right, let's go with
We got some Scratch-tober over at Skrilla.
When's the last time you've heard that?
Skrilla-toba.
When's the last? Hey, why'd you wait?
No,
Hey,
no. I didn't do it that time. I didn't do it.
What was the accent you just used?
It's Indian.
Wow.
Hemoglobin?
I don't know what's going on.
Gulab Jamun.
Hey, we had
Nope.
we had the XM radio on the car, so Jacob Padilla and I drove.
Yes.
And so we listened to like NFL talk and stuff on the way, and then I'm like, okay, like we're getting closer to Chicago, and I'm like, I'm gonna need some Rock the Bells radio, and then
What, to put you in the mood for
to
the
get
suburbs of Chicago?
to get me through the last 3 hours of the drive. And I kept asking Jacob, you heard this one? You heard this one? He had no idea. Like, Far Side passing me by was like,
He keeps on.
Does he listen to music at all?
I don't think
No.
so.
He doesn't strike me as a guy that listens to music at all.
He's like, I think I've heard this one. Like on one of them, I'm like,
I think it's all podcasts.
Which one of you pays less attention to baseball, him or you?
him.
Oh yeah,
We both really
he
don't, but
hates baseball.
we did. I only pay attention in the postseason. Like
So,
I'm
do you
I'm
bel-
that
do you-
baseball person.
Which he doesn't.
Okay.
He
Not
doesn't
at all.
even
He
know.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
You guys both know him. Do you believe this? So Tuesday night we get to the studio at Nebraska Public Media.
Mhm.
All right, we're doing Big Red Wrap Up, and I'm like, shoot, that was huge. Something. He goes, what? We're all sitting at the table. He goes, what are you talking about? And I go, oh, I said the Mets took game one from the Brewers. I said this is going to get interesting.
Mhm.
Deadpan, straight face. He goes, are they in the playoffs?
Who?
The
Severe.
Just let me finish. He goes, are they in the playoffs?
Wow.
And I go, this is your favorite team.
Yeah.
Like you could at least say, no. It's been about 2.5 years. Like, what are we doing? Is this bet? So is it over now? Did they advance? And I said, no, it's best of 3. So when they start that this year, you're really not. He said, no. I said, Michael, it's the Mets. Do you believe that?
Yes, because he's told me before. I've asked him before.
Okay. So let's say so you have to be following sport. You have to be following baseball, like not at all.
Yes.
You can stumble into seeing that the Mets are in the playoffs on television.
Yeah. You just randomly catch it.
Yeah, I believe it only because he told me a couple years ago.
His follow-up questions led me to believe. Now he's quick.
Yeah.
So he may have just been riding it, but they led me to believe he clearly was not aware.
Yeah, no, I believe it. He used to, when I would ask him, I'd go, hey, because he'd wear Met stuff still.
Yeah.
Like he's like has a jersey and whatever. So and he would wear Met stuff. And I would ask him something. And he'd be like, oh man, like I grew up a Mets fan, but I haven't watched baseball in 2 years or whatever the number was.
Yeah.
So I believe him. I 100% believe him that he's just not paying attention at all. But I mean, even just like, hey, it's October. It's probably the playoffs. Like do you know what month it is?
Man,
That would be my question. It's like, Michael, what month is it?
that was like his guys though.
I know, but he doesn't pay any attention to
It's his
baseball.
favorite team.
Do you even remotely have anything close to a baseball team?
Yeah, Cubs are my team.
Oh, geez.
I grew up. Listen. There's a long story, and I will keep it very brief. My grandfather, huge Cubs fan. When we'd come up to visit him in Red Oak, Iowa, Cubs would always.
Oh, he's a Red Oak guy.
Yeah, Cubs would always be on in the afternoon, the
I've
1
been to
o'clock
Red Oak.
games. So that's how a lot of people my age
become the
became
Cubs.
Cubs fans because they're
WGN.
grandparents were watching WGN all the time. So that's how I And then I started watching WGN Cubs games and all that. Ever since they won the one World Series, I kind of quit paying
You were
attention.
good?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how like people my age.
I won't put you on the hot seat then.
If the Jets win a Super Bowl, it'll make my life. Outside of my
I'm
family.
afraid to get the answer, but can I ask him the question?
Go for it.
Shane, you ready?
What's up?
So,
when I was in Iowa, yes, my grandparents used to watch.
How quickly would you kick your significant other out of your life to watch the Jets, your team, win a championship?
Out of your life or out like?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean? Like, you getting divorced or like what? What do you mean out of your life?
I asked Shane if he would kick his significant other out of bed.
Yes.
To watch his team win the Super Bowl. He said no.
In less than a second.
Can't you do both?
Yeah. We are talking about the New York Jets winning a Super Bowl.
And you preface it. I didn't even think of Sautter, but you go, well, the degree of difficulty of that question depends on what team you root for.
Yeah. It depends on what team you root for. It depends on how much you like your significant other.
He looked at me like I said,
would you take $1 billion?
What's 2 + 2?
Yeah.
If your favorite team is in the Super Bowl, what the hell are you even doing in bed?
Hey, listen.
Well, sometimes when a man and woman love each other, Shane.
So it's a little.
Sorry.
I love my family. I love my wife. All of that.
It's the Jets.
Yeah, it's the Jets.
I got to get back to high school.
Let me say one thing about the Jets. We do have an agreement that if the Jets make the Super Bowl, the second mortgage on the house, whatever it takes,
he's going.
I'm going.
He's going. Yeah.
Whatever it takes, loans, whatever it takes. If the Jets make the Super Bowl,
you doing
any given year, whenever, I'm going. Because it might only happen one time that they win it in my life, and that's okay.
You should be okay.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean she'll let you do the mortgage. She'll let you do the mortgage.
No,
Why not?
We've talked. We have that. She very much so is aware that like if this happens, I'm going. Like
she probably feels like it's a safe bet. It's never going to happen.
Probably
not worried about it.
Hey, can I get back? Can I do something? Because we were talking about the Mr. Football thing and stats. So who will stats matter for more in their recruitment? Do you think Pittman or Whitaker?
Ooh. Well, probably Pittman because Whitaker's going to have really good stats. I mean, him playing C1 is kind of unfair. To be honest, I mean, that's no knock to C1, but like he's a power conference guy, like, and he's
Robbie's giving me that eyebrow.
I mean, it's not
sounded like a knock on C1.
It's not. C1 football is awesome. Like I had great relationships with coaches all over. Like, but he's a different beast. Like, and he's not a lineman. And normally, if a C1 guy, they're normally a lineman if they're a power conference guy. He's not. So he looks so different. It's pretty intimidating. And frankly, like C1 linemen, if they're a power conference guy, you can kind of double team them and stuff like that. You can't like here. So it'll be Coach Thompson tonight. They play Ashland, and he's a really good defensive mind and really good coach. So I'm sure
at Ashland, you mean?
Yeah,
because Jake's with us.
Yeah,
Jensen. So I've been picking his brain all week.
So he will. I mean, Coach Thompson have a plan for him. I think it matters a little less for him. To answer the question.
Pittman I don't know if he had a catch against us last week, but
could you run him like
I'm kind of thinking
creative.
That's how North uses Vermont a lot.
Yeah, get creative. Do that.
They do a lot of jet sweeps and outside run game and stuff like that. Like they don't throw it to him a ton.
Get creative there, maybe.
And I know they're different guys, but I just mean in terms of like weapons. Like there's
kind of the thing though with Pittman is you have Haney at running back. He's a pretty good running back at Central, so like you kind of want to get him his touches too.
And
so
maybe next year.
Real quick, any college games you like in terms of a bet on it?
Syracuse tonight.
You like Syracuse tonight?
Yeah, they're 6.5 dog at UNLV.
Mine's Washington. That line stinks to high heaven.
I'll ride with you on Washington.
I like Washington. Nebraska minus 7.5.
I'd lay it every day that ends in
Nebraska and the points.
Yep.
Yeah. Nebraska and the points. I agree. All right, that's Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook. We'll wrap up the show with our guy Matty Verzal coming up next on Hurrdat Sports Radio.